Welcome to the STARS program, seniors taking active roles in society. And now, here's your host, ANITA FINLEY.
So who would like to be hypnotized? I know that sounds scary, but it's not. And Gloria Stanchak Alexander is going to tell you why it's not. Is that the first thing that happens, that people say, oh, I don't want you to hypnotize me. That's dangerous, right?
You better believe it. I was at one of the chamber networks Thursday night, Network for a Cause, and I happen to be very fond of Habitat for Humanity. And it was a fun thing. It was at the Palm Beach outlets, and they had all these people in restaurants, and then we put a thing in about which restaurant we liked the best. Really interesting stuff. And I found myself, except the noise factor, they had music, and everybody loves that music. I couldn't hear myself think, much less the people I was attempting to talk to. But there was a couple standing there, and I got into talking, and I said, oh, what do you do? And I think they were there as friends of somebody else, and they asked me. I said, I practice hypnosis. And this man had to be my age, or a little younger, a little older, whatever, right? What? Oh! Terrified. I mean, I just saw his entire reaction, and I was trying to explain to him. No, I said, people call me. What are you going to do when you put me under? Well, I do not put you under anything. I don't put you under the table. I don't put you under the bed. I don't put you under the basement. I put you under nothing. I guide you into an expanded space, an expanded energy, where you can tune into all that you need to tune into.
And so yeah, that's an interesting thing. Well, I'm actually involved in even things that someone would say is weird, more weird than what you're talking about. There's a program that works with energy.
Oh, yes.
The AIM program. And so I've been very involved with that. And it's funny because some people...
They're very connected, though.
Yeah, very connected. I know. Hypnosis is very connected.
The point is that, scientists of all ages, all the, physicists in that now, quantum theory physicists, everybody understands that energy is. Everything we are is energy. Matter of fact, I had worked out this little workshop called The Stability of Change. And at least 10 years back or so, I was trying to work my way into some companies. And I was telling the people I was speaking to, I said, look, imagine yourself as an energy being. Now, just imagine the energy that you are, the color that you are, the way your energy moves. Now, your company is being bought out by another company. And the terror starts. Are they going to like me? Am I going to be able to do it? Am I going to get fired? Am I going to, whatever. And I said, just imagine now the energy of that company. Now, as you imagine the energy of this new company, now imagine your energy merging with the new energy, the different energy, and together you're creating an even more powerful, beautiful energy. But if you're going to look at it like you're going to close your energy, you're going to hit it like the old story, I don't even remember that quote now, but and it was ridiculous. But it's true. You've got to be able to flow. Flexibility, I think, is the key to everything in terms of how we move and how we think. But I heard something great. The minister said on Sunday that something from one of the yoga books, and I can never pronounce these, yoga mandanda, it's not my thing. But he has this book, and he does the book of the month, and he was making the statement that whichever yogi it was said that peace is the condition in which happiness lives. And I got really excited. Oh, perfect. But this is so true. As a matter of fact, I put that out on my phone. My new phone had a Fox News clip this morning about these killings in Baltimore. Mm-hmm. And, give your guest opinion. And I said, I and people like me prefer to focus on peace.
Yes.
And loving support.
Yes.
Because more violence solves nothing.
Right. And unfortunately, our television now has forgotten that. So I go to Shark Tank. I I like that
Oh,
because
that's
I
fun.
see people, getting
the
having good
creations
things.
and the-
Now, I want to ask you a question. So your company is called Abundance Hypnosis, and
Right.
that's because I talked to you enough to know that you believe that hypnosis will bring you abundance.
Well, abundance is a state of mind. Can you hold abundance in your hand?
Not really.
No. You can have an abundance of money. You can have an abundance of health. You can have an abundance of friends. But abundance is a state of mind and how you view what you have or what you're seeking. But if you go to that place of peace, which I'm going to start using that with things.
Place of
Peace
peace.
is the condition in which happiness lives. There's a woman on, I guess the Play Store or Play Music, whatever it is. Her name is Brooke. I'm sorry, I'm pronounce her Calandro or some such thing. I really ruin her last name. But she talks about, she's got these episodes every Monday, I think. And one of my colleagues said, oh, Gloria, you got to listen to this and, get her ideas. But she really focuses on, she said, people are asking, what do you do to be happy? They want to get a new job to be happy. She said, no. And she's right. Happiness is in you. You either are happy or you're not happy, whatever you choose. But happiness is why you're going to take the new job, because you're happy and, oh, boy, more things to look at. Oh, more fun, new things, not the other way around.
Yeah, that's a good point. That people think that all these things they're going to do are going to make them happy. Happy is a state of
Everything
mind.
comes down to I am. It took me a long time in my life to realize. Moses goes up on the mountain there, and he sees this thing and that, and he says, well, who are you? And he says, I want you to go and do all these things. And, well, you must have a name. I have to know who you are. How am I going to go and do all this stuff you want? If I can't tell you I am, then I am. And I know the Hebrew people, they have a little different connotation. And I've heard rabbis disagree on that. And I thought, okay, let me just go back to the American. I am that I am. And this is true. And for those people who are in any religions that focus on the Ten Commandments, and most people don't know that the Ten Commandments are a very small group of rules that come from the laws of Hammurabi, and the Hebrews connected to that when they were in captivity in Babylon. That's how they found out all of that. And Moses, it had to come after Moses. They condensed that down to the Ten Commandments. Much easier. But the first commandment, no matter who you are where, I shall not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. And every one of us slaughter the name of God on a daily basis. It's not a matter of using the word God or Allah or anything like that in a disrespectful way. It depends on how you're using your I am. If I come in here and say, oh, I am sick today, I am violating the name of I am. The name of God is I am, because I am is us. I am is that purest part of our energy, and we all have it. And with hypnosis, or like spiritual hypnosis, which of course I love to do, and any other mindfulness meditation, all come down to learning the same thing. Now, mindfulness is the big inward today. And as a matter of fact, I met somebody in the chamber, and she's a mental health counselor, and she and her partner are going to do an event on November 4th in their offices, and I've decided I'm going to go. It'll be several hours, and, see how they're working with the mindfulness. But to me, learning self-hypnosis is the fastest way to meditate or get into mindfulness. If your day is so, for whatever reason, at any time in your being, in your life, for whatever reason, if it is so conflicted, if things are going on so rapidly for you that you haven't got time to stay and even sit back for 15 minutes and meditate or become mindful, with the use of one word, you can instantly get into a very powerful state of hypnosis, which is really actually a powerful energy state. And you can get into your power place instantly once you learn how to get there. Now, the learning part takes longer. It's not going to happen instantly. Okay, look into my eyes, boom, boom. Okay, no, you're not there. And the hypnosis takes longer to teach today and longer to do because we have so much in the atmosphere, our technology. Now, I am totally fascinated and intrigued by all these people that the government has brought back from Cuba. And I listened to one of the talk shows last week, and she claimed to have a recording that the government somehow got a recording of the sound everyone affected, or their hearing affected, or their brain and all that, from this one, all recognized this one sound that they heard. She says, I'm going to play it from you, and I'm listening. I heard nothing. But think about this. People who use these silent whistles to summon a dog,
Yes.
the dog immediately reacts, and yet we cannot hear that sound. So I believe that the reason it's even takes longer to learn and practice hypnosis today, because you really want to get it right, is because not only are you learning the techniques we're teaching you, but you have to be able to block out the silent sounds that are affecting us.
That's a very good point. I want to just tell everybody, if you're interested in finding someone who will help you with all the things that you just heard, you can really just go ahead, and I want to give you this this information. And let me just tell you. So my guest is Gloria Stanchak Alexander, and you'll be able to get in touch with her by calling her at 561-683-4220. Now, let me just say that there's something interesting about Gloria, that she not only will help you with her hypnosis techniques, but if you're someone that really would like to be a hypnotist, she can certainly help you with that also. She's quite a dynamite woman, and you could hear this in her voice. She never stops learning. She's really the real thing. That's what I call you, the real thing, because you're very dedicated to people, to things, as you said, to energy, to a lot. And we're so glad that you're here to share your feelings today.
Yes, and I'm glad to have the opportunity, particularly now, to talk about the sound thing, because I think it's vitally important. You know, hypnotists and people and teachers and all, we use music, and I'm sure you've heard about, for years they've been saying children who listen to like Beethoven or whatever, their IQ is higher. I don't know about that, because frankly Beethoven's too much for me. But I'm going to date myself, people, big time. I happen to love Lawrence Welk. People my age and that, what do you mean, Gloria, Lawrence Welk? Are you kidding? That's passe. No. Lawrence Welk for me is a trigger. It was a very happy time when I was a young girl, just turning to be a teenager. I had a lot of fun with my parents and my family at that time. We listened to Lawrence Welk together as a family every Saturday night. My father played the violin. I do the piano. My mother did the... We had a wonderful time with the music of Lawrence Welk. And it doesn't take but 2 minutes of listening to that to totally uplift my spirits. That, for me, is hypnosis.
Yep.
That does it.
Yep, it does it, and we are glad that you're here to do this with other people, and we look forward to having a lot more of you. So thank you, Gloria, and I'll give you your number again. It's 561-683-1220.
No, 4220.
Oh, what did I say? I said 4220. Yeah, I've done this before. Sorry, I'll do that again. 561-683-4220. So thank you so much.
Maybe I should change it to 1220.
No. 4220.
My pleasure.
It's good.
My pleasure.
Thank you.